is your friend. Look things up and reach out to people directly. Don't be shy about that. This is your home we're talking about. Good morning. I'm sitting here, it's laundry day. I'm folding laundry and I just wanted to film a quick video talking about apartment hunting.
Oh my God.
I know. It's a daunting task and I have been tasked with that activity recently, and the way that I do it, I am a single mom, so there's a lot of factors that come into play whenever I'm looking for an apartment. I'm looking for a good location that has a nice safe neighborhood, is not far from work or like good schools. The school districts around are extremely important. The schools that the place is zoned to matters a lot in case my child has to ride the bus to school or whatever, because I am a working single mom, so there are times where I need a little extra help. So school districts have to be good, location has to be good, not far from my job and surrounded by good schools, and also the price has to be decent because like I said,
single mom. So
I use different apps whenever I am looking for apartments. So the last time I got an apartment, an app that I used a lot, I think it was called Apartment Finder. I'm gonna have to look it up in my phone and I'll put a picture right here what it looks like, but it's kind of like a Tinder app but for apartments. And you basically put in what you're looking for. You can put in the address of your job so that you can see your commute time. You can put how far you are like willing to commute or you want to commute to work. So if you're like, I'd rather live closer to work and only commute like 15 minutes or less, right? Like you want to be right there. You can put that in there. If you're like, I'm willing to commute like up to 30 minutes or an hour even to work, as long as I have like a good location with good pricing and da-da-da-da, like whatever matters more to you, you put into the app and it gives you matches, kind of like a dating app. And you swipe through it. It's kind of cool. I'll put like a video here of me like showing you how it works. You can swipe through the apartments and say, no, I don't like this one, maybe on this one, or like I love this one. And then even through the app, you can send a message to the apartment complex telling them like, I'm interested, can I have a tour, or like, whatever. And you can set up a tour of the apartments that are on your short list or the list of the ones that you love and said maybe to. You can go back through them, look at them again, check for availability, check the floor plan, pictures. It's a really good app for apartment hunting depending on the location that you are at and like the parameters that you have. I will say it works better if you are in the location that you are looking to move, or at least close by, like within the same state at least. It's a lot easier to find the apartments with the app. I noticed that if I'm looking out of state, it doesn't show me as many good options. So for out of state searching, I recommend using apartments.com or Zillow. I know most people use Zillow for house hunting if you're actually looking to buy and purchase a home. Zillow is typically used for that, same with realtor.com, but you can actually use both of those apps for apartment hunting as well. And I have used those for apartment hunting in the past. This time around, I definitely used Zillow and apartments.com in tandem. And I highly recommend this because they both have different features, similar features, but the interface, like the way it looks on the app is different. And sometimes for me, I prefer the way Zillow looks, but apartments.com can give me more accurate information sometimes. So it just depends on what I'm looking at, but I like to look at apartments on both apps, and then I'll go check Google to look at reviews, and I'll also look on the actual apartments website because sometimes the apps like Zillow and apartments.com, they update regularly, but they're not always 100% accurate. So it is very important to reach out directly to the apartment complex you're interested in or check their website directly before you just go and lease it or decide like this is the one. I would for sure double check with the actual website and book a tour, look at the place if possible. I know sometimes it's not possible, you're moving from out of state or out of the country and you don't have the luxury of touring the place in person before you see it. What I recommend in this situation, of course, looking at all the pictures that they have on the websites, looking up reviews on Google. There can be places that look so nice in the pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, this is too good to be true, the price is so good, the place is like in the perfect location, I am loving like the look of it, the style is so nice, it looks so clean and pretty in the pictures. And then girl, you look up the reviews and all the Google reviews are like 1 star, don't move here, it's terrible, it's trashy, it's dirty all the time, management sucks, they never come and fix your stuff if it breaks. Like, so check those reviews. Hot tip, make sure you check those reviews. Call them or email them and reach out personally to the apartment complex and tell them what you're looking for. Sometimes if you don't see it on the website, if you talk to a person, I know sometimes, trust me, I'm the same way, I hate speaking on the phone with people. I don't know why, I just do not like talking on the phone. But it really helps to at least in an email or call them and tell them like, hey, I'm looking for an apartment, I want a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, I would love it if it was this, that, like tell them what you're looking for. And they can't guarantee anything because it always depends on availability and when people move out and when people's leases are up and things like that. But definitely make sure they know you and know who you are and what you're looking for, so that if something opens up, they know, oh, this girl was looking for that. Let me like reach out to her and be like, hey, because they want to sell, like they want those apartments leased. So as soon as something opens up and you've already put your name in the hat and said, this is what I'm looking for, you're more likely to get people reaching out to you and being like, oh, look, your dream apartment is like just become available. Do you want it? So definitely don't be shy about reaching out to apartments and telling them what you're looking for and when your move-in date is. Have a move-in date. If it's flexible, that helps, because then whenever the apartment that's right for you becomes available, you can just snatch it up. But if you do have very specific move-in dates, that's also something to consider and to look into when you're looking at the apartments. Check the availability, make sure it's going to be available when you need it and when you need to move in. And there's a lot of factors that come into play with that. But for me personally, my top concern, the things that I care the most about are the fact that it's obviously in a nice neighborhood, that I will feel safe there, that my daughter will feel safe there, and that the schools are really good around there. And right now, we live in a really nice apartment in a really nice neighborhood with schools that are like rated A or higher. So that was all very important to me. Distance from the schools, distance from work is all very convenient. We're like less than 10 minutes away from my daughter's gymnastics gym, her dance studio, her school, my work. It is the perfect location. So I got lucky with that. However, the rent is a lot higher because of that. So you have to make sure that you're able to compromise in certain areas. It's a little bit higher than I would prefer to pay, but for the convenience of the location and traveling less, not having to drive as much, I'm saving money on gas and toll tags and time on the road. So it was worth it to me in the end to get a place with a little bit of higher rent to, you know, counter those other issues. But there's lots to consider. It's a very exciting, very scary, it could be a stressful time looking for apartments. I know, I feel it, I feel you, but using apps, and this is not sponsored by any means, but using apps like Zillow and apartments.com was very helpful to me. Google is your friend. Look things up and reach out to people directly. Don't be shy about that. This is your home you're talking about and where you're going to be living for the next however many months your lease is for. And if you want to renew, if you're loving it, you can renew, but then you can move out. But you're stuck in that lease for however many months you give it. So make sure that the apartment you find is something that you feel comfortable with, that you can pay comfortably, and that if you have kids, that it's good for kids. It's a good environment for kids. It's not going to be loud, or it's not going to be smokes everywhere. It's not going to be like cigarette butts all over the place and glass. Like, just, you know, there's lots to look into. Breathe, go slow, take your time, and make sure that you're really, be a little picky because it's where you're going to live. Of course, depending on your income and how much you make, it's going to limit your choices or expand them depending on where you're moving and what the cost of living is. But definitely, you know, try out the apps Zillow, apartments.com, and this other app that I can't remember the name of. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I am in the middle of apartment hunting right now as well, so I understand your pain. If you're going through it, girl, trust me, I will take y'all along the ride for moving, the apartment I find, and all that good stuff whenever that happens. if and when that happens. But trust me, I know how it feels. You got this. Let me know down below where you're trying to move to or why you're moving and how your apartment hunt has been going for you if you're looking for an apartment. We got this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Goodreads. I love to read. I'm a book girly, so if you're into that as well, I'm also a dance teacher, so follow along for more, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Psst, I see dead people.
They not like us. They not like us.